this Thursday the 14th of April, just past 8:30 a.m. Overnight market action saw the US indices all move up to varying degrees. Now this was apparently on the back of the US Fed reporting better manufacturing, consumer spending and corporate hiring in 14 of the regions that they cover there. So just have a look here at the numbers. The Dow up 7.41, S&P 500 up quarter of a point, Nasdaq up 16.73. The only region down was Brazil with a 0.61% move down. Moving over to Europe, all of the bourses there were in the green there, all up. Madrid up just 0.1%, the smallest of the moves, and looks like the FTSE was up the most of all, up a little bit over 0.75%. So a good picture there. Move down now to Asia Pacific. Yesterday we closed out up 12.30 points, which was a pretty good effort, I think, considering we had that very quite big move out of the US the night before. The Hang Seng up 158 and the Nikkei 225 up 85. The futures for our region show the Nikkei steady, Hang Seng up 149 points, and then we're pointing down 9 points at this stage. We expect that there might be really a bit of trepidation because we've got all this data coming out today and mostly tomorrow. Move on here to take a look at the commodities. We did see the energy sector all up with West Texas at 107, that was up 86 cents. Natural gas up 0.043, and in the softs we had a fairly big move down yesterday, so I'm probably seeing a little bit of a retracement here. Bigger moves there look like coffee up 2.46, cotton down 2.66, and sugar down 2.95, being the bigger movers, and lumber, big move up here, 3.76, and sugar, I mentioned that, down 2.95, so a little bit of a mixed picture there. Copper down 8.95 cents, now that's quite a big move. That's $4.31.35 per pound. It's a 2% move. Probably try and touch on what might be driving that. Precious metals, gold at $14.55 and 60 cents, up 2, and silver at $40.23. That was up 0.43%. To take a look now at the currency pairs, we have the euro buying 1.4442 US dollars, the pound buying 1.6271, the dollar buying 83.8450, yen and the Aussie buying just under 105 at 104.98, US dollar buying 96.25 Canadian dollars and 0.8962 Swiss francs. So let's take a look at the economic calendar here. Let's move that out of the way. Okay, so Thursday, April the 14th, we had a Canadian monetary policy report. I haven't seen the minutes for that. Then we have the Beige Book Economic Survey out. A little bit of New Zealand data, retail sales month on month. I haven't got an expectation there as to what those numbers are likely to be. Then the UK nationwide consumer confidence, expectation is 40, so a little bit of an uptick there, previous was 38. Monthly report out of Europe, Swiss survey expectations, and US dollar PPI excluding food and energy year on year for March, expecting 1.9, previous 1.8. And then the, let's move this down here. the producer price index figure there, 1.9 instead of 1.8, I think I said that already, and the index for March, 6.4 versus 5.6 previously, so that's out later on this evening. And then going into tomorrow, we have, and we're just discussing this across the desk here early on, rarely do we see a sort of convergence of important data from a variety of sources. So we've got out of China, consumer price index, real GDP numbers. Then we move through to Europe, where we've also got consumer price index year on year from March. And then finally out of the US consumer price index year on year. So this will give a real feel for where we're going in terms of the growth and inflation, and we're certainly hearing this hawkish tone with regards to pushing up interest rates, and this should have a reduction on primary inputs. So we're actually looking to suggest people consider shorting aluminium and zinc, or indeed looking at opportunities to short the proxies there. The other thing that we just, I think in previous sessions, Jonathan in particular has been talking about crude, and that there's no reason for that to be staying up here at these sorts of levels, and that any sort of a break between $106.50 should be considered as an opportunity to sell. So we're in for some interesting data in the next 24 hours, 24 to 36 hours, so hold on, I guess just strap your seatbelts in and hold on. Okay, I think pretty much finished up there. Let's move on here and have a quick look at the Falcon Trader and see what we've got going in there. This is a trade that we got on earlier. We've got it at 42 cents, EWC, and got up around 52 earlier in the week, or late last week I think it was. It just happened to be there. Another one that I know I mentioned on my Tuesday report, or I believe I did, was shorting Woodside Petroleum. Now that pardon me, BHP has taken the steam out of the takeover speculation there. Okay, what's going on here? Let's just try that again. Right. Okay, so pardon me, that would be working out okay here for those of you that might have taken up that suggestion. Just going to follow up quickly on this gold trade here, which was Kingsgate. Unfortunately, I've got a number of clients in on this one, and we got stopped out. And yes, that looks like it could even go back down and test or retest the lows that occurred after the earthquake in Japan, down around, certainly down into the 7s at least. Okay, just going to see if we can bring up a zinc chart, just to have a little bit of a look at that. We've got a couple of contracts exchange traded. We've got a short one, a leveraged one, and the ETC code that is zinc. Okay, not getting a lot of cooperation here. Maybe we've got a bit of operator error. Let's try that again. Okay, zinc. That's better. Okay, so I can see a couple of trading sessions ago we had this little high here, potential makings of a reversal pattern there, and if we just draw a bit of a trend line here, trend line of sorts, yeah, it looks like we've got quite a lot of resistance there to the upside. Equally, we could just have a quick look here at where we're going on the south side. Apologies for the slowness here. I think this little notebook computer is groaning under all the applications that are open at the moment. Okay, so maybe I won't try to expand that out, but let's just draw a trend line in there. So we are getting a little bit of a making of a pennant, but still a lot of range between these two levels of support and resistance there. So anyway, just one to watch there. Obviously, if you want to look at other proxies for zinc, you can just type the word zinc into the system. You can see that there's various other ones to look at. Of course, Kagara zinc is a local zinc play. Then there's Toho zinc out of Japan, Canadian Zinc Corp listed on NASDAQ, Toronto Stock Exchange as well, and yeah, a great many there before you have to dig too deep to check those out. And the same, of course, applies to aluminium. And let's just have a quick look here before I finish up. So now I'm going over here a bit. Maybe we'll go AWC. Just have a look at how this is looking. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty close to a bit of a double top there. Certainly doesn't seem to like being up here. So that might be one to watch as a potential short there as a proxy for going short aluminium. So a couple of things there to consider. Hope that's useful and worthwhile. And thanks as always for your viewing. And until next time, bye for now.